Okay guys, so here's a quick tip for you. Now, what you see in front of you is my nice new Apex RTR, which I've been already making mods to. So one of the big complaints about this car is that it is not adjustable. So first thing I did was go to a nice online retailer and order some turnbuckles. So because basically this car comes with some fixed link suspension links, which you see right here. Now these guys, they're not bad, they're just fixed link, so there's not much that you can really do with them. So what you can do is just go online and you can pick up associated ball ends, and I'll give you the part number here in just 1 second. So yeah, you can get the associated ball cups, and this is part number 7160. Comes in a pack of 14. So you can get those guys, and then get yourself a set of 1-inch turnbuckles, and then 0.75-inch turnbuckles. And the other little plastic disappeared on me. But once you do that, you can get them, set them up, throw them up here, and now you've converted your car into one with a fully adjustable suspension. Now you can also get a turnbuckle to replace this link right here, so you can adjust, your servo center. But the servo's close enough to center where I'm not going to worry about it, so that's good. Tip number 2. Now, for some reason, Associated decided that instead of using your standard studs that every other 10 scale or pseudo 10 scale model uses in order to secure its tires, they were going to use these 4mm screws. All right, I've got a lot of cars, not as many as some, but I've got enough, and I don't want to have to carry another set of hardware. So the other thing I'm doing is converting over, and as you can see, I've already kind of done 2 of them. I'm converting over the hubs to studs. Now, how do I do that? Well, basically, these guys, this little ball in here, this cup, basically just has about I'll say 1/4 of an inch of threaded area that you can drive these screws into, like so. So to convert that over to a stud, all you need to do is go to your local hardware store and pick up a nice long 4mm bolt, like I did right here, and then get some red Loctite right here. Just go ahead and put that on the threads, and when you take this guy out, you can thread it all the way in, so you have a nice large amount of surface area, and that's going to hold that together. And then that will basically give you a nice stud that you can then thread your locking washer onto. But as you can see here, you've got that guy, and you can't thread onto that, so you got to cut this guy off. Now there's a few ways that you can do that. I'm using a cutoff wheel on my little Dremel mic tool, as you can see right here. So let me go ahead and set up the camera. Now guys, make sure you work on a non-flammable surface if you decide to do this, and have everything that could possibly catch fire be out of your way, because we're going to throw some sparks here. Alright, now go ahead and do the other one. And see, now this is really, really hot, so I'm using my fingernail to move it around. See, they have functions, guys. Alright, so let me go ahead and do this guy right here. Alright, let the fireworks commence. All right, guys. So now it's done. So now I have fully converted this guy over to the 4mm locking wheel nuts that most RCs tend to use. Now, if I ever wanted to convert this guy back so I can put it back in the stock configuration and use these screws again, all I need to do is, since this Loctite red, this stuff pretty much doesn't want to come out, but all you really need to do is just go ahead and go online. I think these called CVA cups, but just order a new set of these front and rear. They're a little pricey though, so I don't know why you would want to do this. But if you ever did, you can just pick those up, throw those back in, and then you have something that's stock again. But I personally think that this works better. Well, at least it works better for me because I've got a standardized configuration across all my vehicles now. So I can just use the same wheel lock or same locking nuts and everything's good. Now, a couple things to keep in mind when you use this technique, let your tool do the work for you. It's a high speed, cutting tool. Let it work at its own pace. Don't try to force it too hard or anything, because you can cause the cutting disc to shatter, and you really don't want that. All right. Oh, and just so you know, I used a fiberglass reinforced cutting disc. There's like emery cutting disc and everything. I wouldn't use that to try to cut metal, like especially cutting hardened steel. But I said this one worked just fine, as you can see. It got a little red, but that's what it's designed to do. So now I'm able to just show you. So I'm able to put the stock hexes back on, and I don't know if I'm putting it the right direction, left side or right side. If I can get those guys on like that. And ta-da, perfect fit. So now I'm able to just use the same set of tools I use for everything else, so I don't have to carry around extra stuff in the field. And that makes life a lot easier. Because as you guys know, when you're in the field, doing runs or racing or whatever you're doing, you have to carry a lot of stuff anyway. So anything you can do to reduce your footprint, meaning carry around a little fewer things, that's fine. So this is my Traxxas wheel nut here, my Traxxas wheel tool. So I can take it, like I said, now I can use one set of tools for all the cars, and life is good. All right, guys, I hope you guys found that useful. RHouse21 signing out. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And remember to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media aspects out there. And like I said, like I always say, don't be afraid to think outside the box. Sometimes doing something a little bit stupid is a very smart thing to do. All right, guys, RHouse21 signing out. And like I said, remember the mantra, fly, fix, break it, fix it, and do it all over again. Peace.